Hi everybody, Brian here. Today we're going to be looking at Castleshire, the latest game from Cheap Sheep Games and designed by Till Peters. Now you may remember Cheap Sheep Games as the designers and publishers of Crimopolis, which we have covered here before. Today we've been fortunate enough to be given a pre-production copy of Castleshire to review here on the channel. So we're going to have a look. I'll be running through a how to play and giving my full review. Before we start, please remember this is a pre-production copy, so some of the components are not yet finalized, but otherwise it's looking pretty good. So, let's take a look. Castleshire is an upcoming 2 to 4 player castle building game from Kiwi designer Till Peters and published by Sven Obermaier's Cheap Sheep Games. They're the studio behind the award-winning gangster-themed game Crimopolis. In Castleshire, players are architects tasked with submitting tenders to the king of the land in order to build the most lavish rooms in a series of grand castles. Now to do this, each player has 12 tender cards, each representing one of the 12 rooms of the castle. The higher the number, the more valuable the room. Play begins with each player secretly submitting their tender by selecting and playing one card from their hand face down in front of them. The chosen player counts down from 12, and when the highest number of the selected cards is reached, that player has won the tender and places his card on the matching numbered space in the castle. From here on, players take turns placing new rooms face down in the castle and playing one of their workers on the cards. Any number of other players may decide that the player is deceiving the king and challenge that player by placing one of their own workers on the same card. The card is then revealed. If the card matches the room number, that card's player gets to place a second worker in the room while all the other players' workers are returned to them. The winning player may also choose to give one of their cards to one of the opposing players if they wish. If the room does not match, then the owning player must return his worker to his play space, and the challenging workers may keep their workers in the room. So play continues with players placing increasingly valuable rooms until everyone passes or until the highest available room has been played, at which point players finalise their scores for that castle by counting up how many of their workers are placed in the castle, as well as who scored the highest value correct room. Now, correct rooms are those which have been revealed and match the space number. Players continue to build further castles until one player has managed to play or hand off all of their cards, at which point the game ends and final points are tallied to determine the winner. Castleshire utilises elements of card drafting, bluffing, hand management and worker placement as its core mechanics, along with a healthy dose of social deduction when it comes time to challenge other players. Now this adds some lighthearted fun and a few laughs during the building process, which serves to elevate the overall experience. Castleshire's presentation is top-notch, and as with Cheap Sheep Games' previous title Crimopolis, Sven Obermaier has overseen the production of Castleshire with a meticulous attention to detail, ensuring that every component is fit for purpose and tells a story of its own. The game box is styled in the likeness of a hardbound tome and is held closed by sturdy magnetic clasps. The standard edition is what many deluxe versions of other games aspire to be, and the actual deluxe version of Castleshire is set to be a fully wooden box with a similar book design and the addition of unlocking clasps for that extra level of cool. Player boards continue the book motif, appearing as miniature hardcover books which unfold to reveal the various guildmaster powers and provide spaces to place workers. The cards sport a nice linen finish, and the meeples are sturdy and colourful. As to gameplay, a game of Castleshire plays as smooth and as fast as players are able to make their decisions. There will be times when 2 or more players are trying to suss each other out, but this only adds to the experience. Some things I really liked about Castleshire is that it's fast, simple, tense and enjoyable. It's got a great design with really nice components, and it includes some modular add-ons that increase replayability and offer new challenges right out of the box. It also has a very clear design with no fat to trim, which means that new players can pick it up in minutes. Some things I would have liked to see improved though is that it would have been great to see the names of the rooms printed on the cloth map or the castle cards, not only the player cards, just for a little clarity. And also the base game itself may be a little too light for many, so I recommend using a couple of the included modules just to add a little additional depth. Now, Castleshire is set to go live on Kickstarter on May 24th, so be sure to check it out and support it if you feel this game is for you. Cheap Sheep Games has a proven track record and the work has already been done, so there's very little risk here. So that's Castleshire. Thanks for watching everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about Castleshire, feel free to comment below or message me and I'll see if I can answer your questions. And remember to look out for the Kickstarter that is due to be coming out later in the year, probably around May. It may be subject to change. So we'll try to keep you updated on the channel. Please check the comments below for any further updates. In the meantime, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.